top barracks has fallen. You now have Mega Radiant victory.
Sure, you have the Spirit for later on when he has battle fears and so on. But before that,
Victory!
Yeah, I like them a lot for Ehome with Buck. Alright, it's gonna be a Razor, that's gonna be mid. He could be ganked a lot, so...
Oh, there we go. Alright.
No.
Thank you, Aoi.
What do you know? Oh my goodness.
Ehome lost. Techie too strong.
We've waited and we've waited and we've waited.
10 seconds
Day
remaining.
3 of the International 2015. Welcome to the main event for the hero that everyone loves to hate and hates to love. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back and enjoy this one. Game 2 is on your way. Cap, it's all yours.
We finally get a techies on our hands, boys and girls. That's right, Evil Geniuses with the surprise pickup. Game number 2, they lost game 1 pretty badly to Ehome Blitz. Now they're banking all their hopes on a techies. Is this the hero?
I mean, I'm kind of hating on AUI because he complains about this hero all the time. Whenever I go into TeamSpeak, all he talks to me about is, man, we just played a game and it became 95 minutes and we lost to a
Prepare
techies.
for
Why
battle.
is this hero in Dota? And then I see him outside after they played the group stage matches, I think it was against C-Deck and they won it twice. And I was like, what was with that? And he's like, XD memes. And so they immediately pick it. I mean, this is the deciding game for them and they decide to grab it. And if you notice in this mid lane, he's already placing mines. And
I have a theory, Blitz. I have a theory.
oh no, this is, you know what that's, you're trying to distract them. Like, I'm not even kidding. This is what you do to bother them so they don't pay attention to AUI doing this.
So I have a theory about the AUI. He sets up this petition, right? He sets up the petition, Valve, remove techies, at least from matchmaking, at the very least, right? And that's not successful. Valve leave it in there, and so now AUI, on the biggest matches, on the biggest world stage, he's trying to draw some attention, but Ehome found him. They know what's what. AUI has been spotted out. Doesn't look like the mine setup is going to work out for him. Evil Geniuses are backing him pretty heavily here. They move forward. Put down the counter ward. Those double mines will be taken away.
This is fairly significant because you actually do need to kill, you actually do need to keep this alive. But the problem right there is that even deboarding that pretty much tips off Ehome that there are
The
mines
battle
up there.
begins.
As long as CTY remembers and doesn't accidentally walk up there.
Never a corkscrew is a great
It's a Razor
conductor.
against an Ember Spirit. That's an incredibly bad lane for the Ember to be able to one-on-one in. And I mean, Sumail's the type of player that does rely on having a matchup which is favorable for him, and this is definitely not one of those.
And he doesn't really have a good support to help him out in lane if it becomes too much now that the mine has been spotted out. I'm not sure if PPD is really going to be able to spend too much time going on that mid, especially pre-level 2. And then you've got Lonham on top of everything else that Sumail's going to be facing up against. He has to go against a Razor. He's not going to get much help from his supports. He also has to deal with Lonham, who's going to be trying to counter his courier immediately.
And the thing is, 28 damage at a later phase of the game isn't too much, but in the early part of the game, it's a quarter of your damage. So it's going to be incredibly hard for the Ember, who already struggles in the laning phase, to be able to do anything. Like, the problem with Ember Spirit is that your first 2 levels of both your abilities aren't very good. You don't want to use the Sleight of Fist because of the cooldown. The Flame Guard blocks almost nothing. And Searing Change just doesn't do damage at an early level, so it's really hard for Sumail to get aggressive here, but CTY is just going to take full advantage of this. And something even more curious is this Universe offlane Lina against this ROTK offlane Dark, or this safe lane Darkseer. This might be one of the few situations where an offlane Lina actually wins a lane.
Yeah, very curious. Why exactly are we seeing this? Ehome running a sort of aggro dual lane here between YJ's Phantom Lancer and DDC's Witch Doctor. They just feel like pressuring the Bloodseeker in the beginning of the game is that important?
I think so, but I think it more just speaks to the fact that they think that it's going to be a really hard lane for ROTK, and they think this is still a decently favorable matchup. Like, as long as you don't run into the techies mines, which, I mean, that you could say that about techies at any phase of the game, you should be okay in this off lane.
Lonham still waiting.
Oh, he's sending in, he's trying to send illusions. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So he can spot the mines.
Yeah, this is going to be one of the harder things to deal with. Phantom Lancer always has those kind of disposable units to throw out, catch out the mines. AUI actually grabbed an Invis rune now. This obviously could set up a lot. And experience. He's got that Suicide Squad ready to go. CTY may be the target here, but he does have 720 HP. They're going to need a little bit more, and that's why it's important that Sumail joins in on this attempted gank. Spots out the courier, but of course AUI can't really kill that with his damage. Start pinging him out. Counter ward being laid down. He spots out AUI. They start going for it. Body blocking close enough. Sumail's going to be able to get the change. Do they have the damage already? It looks like it. CTY will be taken out. First blood goes to Sumail.
Great stuff. Techie's helps get the first one.
Uh-oh, Fear bottom lane. He needs some help. YJ's got another lance coming in. Fear has an extra movement speed, but he clears through the trees with a doppelganger. They just need the vision for the lance. YJ gets it, and Fear will go down. The counter kill is there. 1-2 now. Advantage of EO.
And the thing is, Spear's pretty much solo down here. It's a Spirit Breaker support who's not really going to offer you any sort of potential to kill. It's a Witch Doctor, which is one of the best heroes in offlane,
10
just because the
seconds
cast
remaining.
is so efficient. And it's a Phantom Lancer who can just doppelganger away if you
5
decide to go on him.
seconds
So,
remaining.
and it's also a Techie that's a support player for you. It's pretty much a Bloodseeker against two heroes, and this is an efficient matchup, and that's why
Techie's demolitions.
there's nothing I can really
We'll
do
put
at
the
bottom,
tech
but
in
he picks up that
technically.
invis route,
You meant
decides
to do
to
that.
go for that mid gank, and I mean, it was perfect. That body block
Prepare for battle.
was really well done.
Can we please talk
Let's
about
go.
Autumn's bounty?
Oh yeah,
He's been
it's in the bag.
a single point of experience. He's been spending all of his time looking for that courier. EG kept it inside of the base until the 3-minute marker where they were able to upgrade it. And with Bounty Hunter, especially not having that Janata, not being level 2, there's no way he can actually pick it off anymore. So he actually hasn't really done anything, especially since Sumail was still able
False
to
fast and great
and now
this
has his bottle in his hand. What does Autumn do?
The bag.
There's no
30
point in
seconds to
they
battle.
would've- how many times did we talk about the early game impact of the body bag? And how often does it not matter? Like, the point of the hero is just to create as much of a disruption as you can, but if you can't, at the end of the day, all you really are reliant for is a track.
Planted.
Maybe caught out here. Oh, Universe. He has the counter there, but unfortunately he just expended one of his spells. If he maybe had the combination, he would have gone up on him, but
The battle
time.
begins.
CGY still aggressively pushing up against Sumail.
Measurements
Now
made.
getting an
Bombs
11-3
built.
CS
Others
despite the first
dry.
blood. Obviously,
Okay,
not
let's
a great
blow
matchup
something
for him.
up.
He's going to do a bit of bottle crowing. He needs that extra help.
Retreat.
Homer gotta feel pretty confident right now because Spear's not
You
really
sure?
getting too much
Quit
out of the bottom lane.
arguing.
He's doing okay in CS, but the Phantom Lancer's right behind him. The Darkseer actually tops the network chart right now when it comes to last hit. CTY still doing a good job in this mid lane. Sumail only has 11 CS, but it doesn't really get better from here. And he's actually getting pretty aggressive right now in this mid lane.
Sumail pushing in. He's going to pop the ultimate despite having no damage. The magic damage is enough for Sumail to pick up the kill.
Off we go.
CTY once again trying to challenge young Evil Geniuses player.
Let's go.
But ends up losing the matchup. 2 kills going to Sumail. He's going to start this snowball rolling, but we saw that in game number 1. It didn't make much of a difference there.
I mean, Sumail to me is just so impressive this entire season. I think that's the 5th game I've casted where he gets a solo kill against the enemy mid laner. Granted, CTY was
We're
ganked
going,
before
we're
that, but even
going.
after this game, CTY, a player known for his lane dominance, is just constantly getting gone on. And again, AUI comes from behind.
Yeah, they're going to be able to blow him up. The suicide goes off. Easy kill on the Razor. They even had PPD charging in just to make sure that they assure that kill.
Oh, look at it go.
Sneaky ward now, getting more vision on this middle lane. They've got double counters laid in place. They still see the mines, and they're just trying to keep vision. Doesn't seem to matter. Once again, Sumail still picks up the kill thanks to the help of AUI, and the support techies is working out
Good
quite
plan.
well for Evil Geniuses. Like, the support techies in combination with the Spirit Breaker seems like
Dynamite.
a very
Not quite.
large amount of
Come on.
inoffensive action against Evo, except for when you're able to pick up that invis room and start to snowball rolling.
Oh, and at bottom, they're going to go on Fear. They're going to need at least one lucky cast bounce, but
Blood right, almost catching him. Doppelganger still gets away. TDC gets bashed up, but PPD is forced back. Sumail's going to join him though. He's got some remnants ready to go. Pop the chains. Doesn't get to YJ. Fear still trying to run him down. YJ doesn't have that doppelganger ready to go. They're just running him down. Fear ready to go with the rise. Last click. Sumail. Actually the one who gets it for the killing spree.
and Sumail's just been the dominant force in this game. Already with 3 kills, all of his rotations have paid off. I mean, I really thought CTY was just gonna take over in this lane.
Look at that. This mind spamming. Is this just in case he like happens to run right next to the trees and it explodes?
Yeah, I think that's what he's actually shooting for, because CTY keeps dipping in and out. And this is just, Techies is such a frustrating hero to play against, because you can't really get sentries everywhere. You're pretty much just playing a guessing game, hoping that
Your top tower is under attack.
You know, I've seen this before with remote mines, but
Science.
early on, landmines being placed like this. YJ.
CTY's getting dangerously close to that area. This is such a weird place for AUI because they can't really see him, and he doesn't have the suicide, so if they spot him, he's pretty much instantly dead, but it's kind of working out for him. I think I said this in like the phase where you're dying at the techies, you pretty much just have to be like, well, that's Dota.
What was that?
You gotta pretend like the game broke and your hero just disappeared. Like it was a game-breaking bug, you reported on Reddit or something and complained. You just can't get tilted off of it.
So it's 4-3 right now, 8 minutes in. Evil Geniuses, they seem to be looking okay. Right now, net worth, they're slightly ahead. Samael's going to go on CTY here in the middle lane. ABC has the backup, though, ready to go with Cask. Universe has actually come over, and he's still got his Laguna Blade ready to go. ROTK right here with the Invis Ring. Looks like they're going to try and really put some pressure on Samael. But do they actually have the chain stun to do so? One of them actually runs into a mine there, and Samael may have just got nothing. There goes the mines. ROTK runs right into that one, and now turn around. Oh my goodness, he actually catches RTK, he gets the kill! The Voodoo Restoration was not enough, and Samael, unbelievable!
3 heroes there, just decides to go for it, doesn't even care, realizes what's up and not.
Yes!
And I mean, he's just playing so dominantly this game. He has
Double
4 out of
damage.
the 5 kills on PG so far. And the thing
going,
is, what makes
we're
him so
going.
important is that even though he did this last game, it was against a Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit can go to the jungle and decide to dominate elsewhere, but Razor's a hero that's so static.
From behind, CTY, he's going to be triple ganked. He doesn't stand a chance against all of this. Fear moves out of his lane to go for the gank successfully, might I add.
What was that?
Evil Geniuses
In place.
seem to be looking unstoppable, winning every single one of their lanes down.
Off we
YJ
go.
dodged Light Strike Array there with the Doppelganger. He gets hit by that one. The combination of nukes, Universe will kill him.
That's a 47% off-laning Lina, who's actually got the
TP
most
top,
CS
anyone?
on her team. Just 4 behind that Darkseer.
You sure?
This is the type
Quit
of
arguing.
looking forward to, where he's given a
Your
one-on-one
top tower
matchup
is under attack.
absolutely takes advantage of it. YJ can't do
Came over at the same time. Bounty Hunter goes down at the bottom lane. DDC
Let's go!
will spot out the mines being placed by AUI.
Your
in the
top tower
lane.
is under attack.
Bounty Hunter is not going to be picking up his level 6 anytime soon at this rate.
It's okay though. The real mine trap is a little bit further down. I mean, AUI is just going to be laughing to himself in the booth as he waits for this to happen.
Just waiting for it, DDC.
Nah, there's no way that DDC walks down there.
Let's go.
This guy's a TI player. He's just going to casually...
Tombstone is down.
Because the thing is, you can't expect it. It's such a ridiculous thing to put down.
You know, I'm also waiting for his YJ to Doppelganger downward at some point.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Wow, it's already
They're
up.
looking so hard for the mine because they know that there's some up here, but, I mean, that's what Techies does to you. He just changes the way that you play the game.
It's no longer Dota 2, it's Minesweeper, boys and girls. eHome are searching for those openings.
Everybody make
Like
it back.
Virgin's gonna
I
sit back
think
and
so.
farm a little bit. CTY actually utilizing his
talking.
ultimate right now to do the jungle. Very rare that we see Razor commit to the jungle, especially so early on, but he kind of has to with the constant ganks. That
Here!
Have one.
This is the weakness of heroes like Razor and Viper, and why we see them so often in the short lane is if they get dominated in the mid lane, this is such inefficient jungling. Like, he's not actually getting that much farm out of this, but the issue is that CTY has nowhere else to go. That's why it matters so much more that Sumail did such a good job in this game versus the last one. Because Storm, if he dies once, it doesn't really matter. He can just go to the jungle. He doesn't care, but when you're a Razor, you have to just static stay in your lane. But if you keep showing yourself, EG will take advantage of that and dive you every time.
Look for PPD. He actually managed to pick up his level 6
Planted!
fairly early on here. He's going to be using it to try and gank up YJ. The charge is going to be coming through. He's got the Doppelganger ready to go. Or no, he doesn't actually. It's down for 14 seconds, but EG are not going to be able to dive the tower.
Yes.
Yeah, they just wanted,
Mine in
maybe they just
place.
wanted to force him into the mine. I don't know. But this tower push is going to be incredibly hard, but they rotated a lot of heroes here, and tower pushing is not EG's forte right now. They've got Alina, who's going for a Yule Scepter, doesn't have a lot of physical damage. Your techies is really good, but you